Well, have you ever walked into a cluttered room and instantly felt anxious? Well, that's because mess and stress go hand in hand. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Erin LaBelle.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. So there's a study at UCLA that says a clutter can really increase negative feelings and depression. And then knowing the mess has to be cleaned up can make it even worse for you. So the big question is how to get it all under control, right?
You're right. So Paula Rizzo, author of Listful Living, joins us to help us address the issue with hacks to clear the clutter. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Let's clear that clutter.
Yes. Let's do it. Because why does being in a messy room make people feel so stressed?
Yes, it definitely does. Well, that UCLA study that you mentioned found that when people are around clutter, their cortisol levels skyrocket, especially women. And cortisol is the stress hormone. It affects almost every single part of your body. So when you're around that clutter, stress levels go way up.
Yeah, I have a lot of cortisone, or whatever that is when it happens. All right, so you have some hacks to help clear out the clutter. But first of all, you really have to make, you say, a shutdown routine. So what is that? Because it sounds wonderful, but I don't know how easy it is. What's a shutdown routine?
Well, organizing in general helps you to feel more in control. And so I like to do this at the end of the day, the end of the workday, or before you go to bed, or both. It's better at any time. And so what you do is you basically get everything off of your desk, put it all away, tidy it up, make sure it's neat and clean so that when you leave the day, the next morning when you come in and you see that desk, it's fresh and it's clean. And the same thing for your living room or for your kitchen, because you don't want to wake up and walk into a stressful environment right away, because that just sets your whole day up to be a stressful event.
So I do it when I go away. I have to clean before I have to pack and then clean.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but maybe
because it feels good when you come back and you like
right.
have clean sheets
You're
and
right.
you don't have to clean everything. Okay, so this next one might be a distraction for me because I might break out into a dance party and not get anything done. But you say make a playlist. How does that help?
Yes, well, music has been proven to boost your productivity. So it's good, get the dance going, you know, get the blood flowing, that all works. And it's because dopamine in your brain starts to be created, which is the feel-good hormone. So it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like doing things. And in fact, the American Medical Association reported that surgeons that have music on during surgery are more accurate when they're doing things.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, so a lot of people will procrastinate cleaning because they think it's going to take too much time. They don't have the time to do it. What is your tip to try to solve that, or at least just kind of mentally get there?
It is tough, right? It's the thing that you do not want to do. So I say set a timer. You can do anything for 5 or 10 minutes. Just set that timer. That's where the playlist comes in handy. You know, maybe 2 songs later, you'll see that actually not that much time has passed and you've actually done a lot of decluttering. And I'm also a really big fan in having a place for everything. This is really helpful because then it makes decluttering much, much easier.
Okay, so finally you say a little bribery never hurt anyone. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, it worked when we were kids, right? And so why not give yourself a little boost, a little motivation to get things done? Pick something that you really love, right? You know, maybe it's a half hour of your favorite show, reading a book you love, calling a friend, whatever it is. Make that your motivation. So when you declutter, then that's the task that you get to do afterwards, something that will lift your mood a bit.
All right, so these are things that work when you're in your own house. You can kind of control your own area. What if you're a guest in somebody's home and their clutter is making you anxious? Because I feel like that can be insulting to somebody, right?
Of course, yes. You want to be very, very careful about this. If you know about it in advance, I would say pick a different place to meet up. But if you're caught off guard by it, I would say do some breathing exercises. There's something called box breathing that Navy SEALs do whenever they're in a stressful situation. So you breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, you breathe out for 4, and you repeat. It makes a little box. And you can do this before you go into the stressful situation, or even excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, and just calm yourself down. That allows you to really not go into that fight or flight mode when you're around all of that chaos.
I feel like I'd be just straightening little things up on the counter, just when I go to the bathroom.
Just help out.
Oh boy.
She's like turning on music in their house and just cleaning up. Well, Paula, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing these tips that we can all use.
Of course.
All right, to see more of Paula's hacks, check her out online. You can see her website right there, her list of making starter kit at paularizzo.com/list.